Good morning, everybody. Once you are comfortably seated, rest your hands onto your knees or thighs. Close your eyes. Gaze within yourself. And become aware of your breath, most likely for the first time this morning. Deepen your breath. Breathe rhythmically, even out your inhales and your exhales. Also pay attention to your seat. From your belly button down, get a little bit heavier. Let your feet, your sitting bones, allow them to root down. Allow your crown to lift upwards a little bit taller. Ensure that your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Lean back slightly if you need to do so. Lift your shoulder blades up and down your back to soften into your seat. Keep following your breath to become very still both in your mind and in your body. The two emotions that govern all human behavior is either love or fear. What are you vibrating on right now? Unease, anxiety, tension, stress, worry, these are all forms of fear. And when you are in fear mode, you're also in survival mode. Fear resides in the mind. And this practice invites you to enter the temple of your heart, to connect to your soul, so do so. Feel the real you. Feel your essence, your inner light. Heart wide open. Allow source energy to move through you as you connect to all that is. Become one with it. Feel this field of easefulness, of tranquility, of non-resistance. Attune yourself to the energy of love. Fold your hands to heart center, prayer pose. Connect your chest into your thumbs. Take a moment to set your intention for your practice. Clearing breath to Om, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Bow head into your heart. Replace your hands back onto your knees or thighs. Slowly open your eyes. Hey, good morning. Come towards tabletop position. Roll over your ankles and knees. Place your wrists, place your knees directly below your shoulders, below your hips. Rotate your hands outwardly until your fingers point directly towards your knees. Have your thumbs extend towards the long edges of your mat. Good. Inhale, lift your hips up. Allow your belly to get heavy. Look up towards the sky, arch your back. It's a back bend. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest. Press your palms down. Lift the back of your heart to the sky. Look in between your thighs. Same movement. Inhale, hips up, belly heavy. Regaze up. Exhale, curl back in. Press your palms down. Find a bit more rebound through the back of your heart. One more time. Breathe in. Lubricate your spine. And breathe out, press the earth away, feel this stretch into your forearms and wrists. Come back towards a neutral spine. Flip your hands, have your thumbs point forward as your palms will now face you. Fingers point towards each other. Keep your wrists below your shoulders. So make sure the top of your hands are pressing down. Fingers point towards each other, like so. Press the earth, inhale, counter stretch into your wrists. Exhale, bend your elbows, spin them forward to the front of your mat. Repress the earth away, breathe in, arms back towards straight. And breathe out, rebend your elbows back to the front, elbows bend about a 90-degree angle. 2 more times on your own. Stay aware of your breath. And link your breath with the movement. When you do complete your last and fourth cycle, place your palms down on your mat. Have your middle finger or your index finger, pointer finger, extend forward. Wrist creases will face the front of your mat. Press your finger pads down. If I was trying to lift the fingertip off of your mat, I could not do so. Your fingers are quite active, pressing down. Squeeze your arms a bit more towards each other. At the same time, externally rotate your upper arms forward. Wrap your triceps back, the eyes, your elbows go forward, arms engaged by now. Press your palms down, lift the back of your heart up to the sky, look in between your hands. So cat pose, but active cat pose. There's engagement into your fingers, into your arms, and allow your upper back to become also broad and powerful. Press your hands down to find more lift, engage your upper back. And draw your low belly in and up to also ignite your core. Belly, upper back, arms, fingers, super active. This is called an active cat pose position, the blueprint of plank pose. Also the blueprint for a lot of arm balances. Stay as you are, tuck your toes under, step it back to plank pose. Step your right foot back, left leg goes back, hips in line with your shoulders. Keep pressing the earth, keep your shoulders stacked over your wrists. If it's too demanding, simply place your knees back to the earth and go back to the previous pose, your active cat pose. Actions remain the same. Push down to find a bit more rebound. Keep your core lit up. Look in between your thumbs. You can use your toes or your knees. Shift your weight forward. Bring your shoulders beyond your fingertips. Keep lifting the back of your heart. This leaning forward into your finger pads will train you to take flight into arm balances. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your knees to the earth, knees wide, child's pose for a second. Sit onto your heels, rest your chest in between both of your knees, your forehead to the earth. Get heavy for a moment. And allow this pose to lengthen a bit more into your ankles, into your low back, and to open up your hips. Also make a mental note that you can take this pose anytime you need to and anytime you want to. It's really always here for you. Alternatively, you can also sit down and kneel if you prefer. And the invitation is to feel your practice, rest when you need to, and come back into movement when you feel ready. And make your way towards downward facing dog. Ensure that your hands and your feet are as wide as your shoulders, as wide as your hips. And take a bit of movement. You can pedal your feet up and down one at a time, walk your dog to stretch your lower legs, your calf muscles. You can reach one leg up towards the sky. Draw some circle with your foot, you open up into your hip. If you feel like your shoulders are a bit tight, you can glide to plank pose, back to dog pose. It doesn't matter how you do so, allow movement to stretch and loosen up stiff and tight muscles and joints. Create some space inside your body. And 2 more breaths to allow yourself to bring symmetry into your body. If you're doing one side, do the other side as well. And make your way towards a still downward facing dog. Point your tailbone down. Glide back to plank pose. Restack your shoulders over your wrists. Repress the earth with your hands. More rebound through the back of your heart. If you'd like to modify your vinyasa to make it easier, option number 1, place your knees on your mat. If you want to intensify your vinyasa and make things a little more difficult, more challenging, use your toes. Shift your weight forward like before. Lower halfway down to a low push-up. Bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle wherever you are. Untuck your toes, upward facing dog. Press your palms down, arms strong and straight. Arch your back, navel in. Roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Look towards your fingertips. You can walk or step both of your feet forward to the front of your mat. If you need more space this morning, take a wide stance. Place your heels below your hip points, feet parallel. If you need a bit more sensation to breathe through, big toes will unite, small little gap in between your heels. As you forward fold, you'll keep your low belly in to support your low back and soften into your neck, allow your head to be heavy. Feel too much sensation into your hamstrings, the back of your legs, bend your knees accordingly. It's a gentle stretch. Interlace both of your hands behind your back. Breathe in. And breathe out. Bring both of your arms up overhead. Once you feel your shoulders also speak to you, pause here and focus on your breath. Your mind may try to push you in. The nature of the mind is to gauge, to compare. It's going to try to push you in. Use your powerful mind to deepen your breath. Allow your breath to dissipate the sensation. It's about a 70% sensation rate, more or less, in the back line of your body. Breathe in. And breathe out. Release your clasp. Place your hands on your mat below your shoulders. You can also place your hands onto your shin bones or on your knees for less intensity to modify. Inhale, halfway lift. Touch your ground towards meet the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Soften into your neck. Allow your head to be heavy. Same thing. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Press your hands somewhere, earth, shins, or knees. Exhale, forward fold. One more time. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Place your hands onto both of your hips. Rise up to stand. Push your feet down. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Release your arms by your side. Let's start to move a bit more. Arms reach up, inhale. Gaze up, stretch. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your waist, keep your low belly in as you dive in 2. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, set your right knee down to the earth into a low lunge position. Inhale, rise up, press into your left foot, bring your upper arms in line with your ears, low lunge. Exhale, hands back, the earth palms below your shoulders, strong arms. Charge your back leg to straight, step your left foot back to plank pose. Modifier intensifies to your call, lower halfway down, low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows stay stacked over wrists. Untuck your toes back into up dog, breathe in. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. From your inner right thigh, right butt cheek, lift your right leg up, inhale into a 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose or forehead, shoulders over your wrist. Hold here like in plank pose. Allow a push, look in between your hands. Step your foot forward to your right thumb. Walk it forward if you need to place your heel directly below your right knee. And take your left knee down. Rise up, inhale, low lunge again. Exhale, replace your hands back to the earth. This time, charge your left leg to straight. Softly step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Lengthen your crown forward. Hinge at your waist, fold. Rise back up, push your feet down, arms sweep back up, gaze up. Bring your hands back to heart center. Let's keep moving. Arms reach up slowly, stretch your breath. Forward fold fluidly, feel your breath take you down. Lengthen halfway. Step your left foot back. Reset your left knee back to the earth. And rise up, low lunge again. Inhale from your upper arms back in line with your ears. Exhale, replace your hands back to the earth. Keep your hands grounded though. Point your right foot towards the top right corner of your mat. Right toes point towards the right side. Bend your left knee. Reach back with your right hand. Grab the outside edge of your left foot with your right hand, the opposite limb. If you feel like your knee sensitive, you can double roll your mat or even reach your left knee further back behind you to get off of your left kneecap. Make sure you're comfortable. And gently pull your heel towards your outer left hip. Feel a stretch into your left quad. Open up into your chest at a back bend. Lift your shoulder blades up and down your back. You can take a bit more depth by placing your left hand or left forearm down to the earth instead of your hand. But if you lose your back bend, return back onto your hand. Perhaps gaze up at a spinal twist without straining your neck though. Always move slowly and feel every movement. Release the hold of your foot, place your hand back to the front of your mat. Shift both hips backwards, make your way towards a half splits. Stack your left hip directly on top of your left knee. Extend your leg fully to straight. Flex or point your right foot away from you to power into your front leg. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, you can stay here or forward fold slowly until you meet a bit of tension. If you still need more though, make your way towards a full splits or in that direction. Extend your right leg forward even more, your left leg back. But once you meet resistance, pause. Notice if your mind is trying to press on forward. Remember, use your mind to deepen your breath. Let your breath do its work. There's nowhere to go but to breathe through what you feel. If you are beyond your half splits, return back into it. Back to your half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Half split, shift your weight back forward to stack your knee back over your right foot. Plant your palms to the earth below your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, charge your back leg to straight. Step your foot back to plank pose. Phalakasana. Lower halfway down, low plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Untuck your toes, up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Roll over your toes, down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift your left leg up as you press your palms into the earth. Bend your left knee, coil your knee to your nose or forehead, on your back toes, butt is up, look in between your hands. Softly step your foot forward to your thumb. Adjust your stance if you need to do so. Place your right knee down. Rise up, low lunge. Reset your hands back to the earth. All in one pose, foundation. This time it's your left toe that will point to the top left corner of your mat. Reach back with your left hand. Adjust your stance if you need to do so. Get a longer back leg or create yourself some more padding. Gently pull your heel to open up into your upper right leg. Re-add your back bend, open up into your chest, slide your shoulder blades up and down your back. Perhaps find a bit more depth, but without forcing in. Get deeper into your right thigh, left hip. Perhaps again re-add a spinal twist. Make sure your breath stays very deep though. If you have difficulty breathing, you're a little too far into your pose. Release the hold of your foot. Back towards half splits, Ardha Hanumanasana. Hips draw back, your left leg is fully straight. Flex or point your left foot. Stay strong into your front leg, lengthen your spine. Take your time, two sides will feel different. Stay here, forward fold slowly, or gradually back towards full Hanuman, full splits. When you feel resistance though, the actions are there to keep you safe. Keep your left foot active and even draw your left hip back energetically. So you want to pull your left heel to the back of your mat to create a small little bend into your front knee. Think hips as squared as possible as you engage your front leg. Full Hanuman, as you were. Half splits, Ardha Hanuman, shift your weight back forward. Anchor left foot back to the earth below your left knee. Tuck your back toes, charge your back leg. Softly step your right foot forward to the front of your mat, halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, inhale. Reascend up, gaze up, stretch. Bring your hands back to heart center. A couple more times. Arms sweep up, stretch your breath, stretch the movement, forward fold. Lose yourself to your breath in the movement. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, but high on your back toes, and look at your feet for a second. Make sure that your feet are as wide as your hips so you can be very stable into your pose. And rise up slowly, pressing into your left foot to control the ascension, upper arms in line with your ears, crescent warrior. Replace your hands back to the earth. Press your palms down to lift your left leg up to the sky into a three-legged dog. Glide towards a three-legged plank pose. Bring your shoulders on top of your wrists. If it's too demanding, you can modify by placing your foot or knees back to your mat or lower halfway as you are for a bit more intensity. Most likely left foot down, up dog. Some of you use your right butt cheek, right leg goes up, chin stand. Wherever you are, make your way back towards downward facing dog. Let's keep it dynamic. Re-lift your right leg up. Re-bring your right knee to your nose or forehead. Re-hold here, but a bit longer this time. If it's too much, place your left knee down for support. Sweep your right knee to your right upper arm. Keep pressing the earth. Keep your foot elevated. Re-bring your knee back to your nose or forehead. Look in between your hands. Step your foot forward to your thumb. Heel below your right knee. Feet as wide as your hips for extra stability. Rise up, inhale slowly. Control the ascension as you press your right foot down. Rev into your space for a second. Good. Frame your arms a bit more in line with your ears. And take a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Stretch up and over towards your right to lengthen the left side of your body. Once you feel a stretch, pause. Keep the lower belly in and up. Engage your core, marry upper and lower body. Can you bring your right arm a bit more straight? Most of you. There we go. Extend your arms towards your right. Return back towards center. So your hands back to the earth. Step your left foot back to the front of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Lengthen your crown forward. Fold Uttanasana. Rise up. Push your feet down. Urdhva Hastasana. Gaze up. Hands back to heart center. Samasthiti here. One more time. Arms reach up. In a sense, we know what's happening. Forward fold. Empty your mind. Moving meditation now. Lengthen halfway. Step your left foot back. Soft landing. Be precise. Every movement counts. On your back toes. Feet as wide as your hips. And rise up. Take a whole intake of breath to ascend up. Replace your hands back to the earth. Push your hands down to lift your right leg up. So several cues here from your three-legged dog. Reglide back to your three-legged plank pose. Modify, intensify. Keep your elbows over wrists or halfway down. Most likely right foot down, up dog. Perhaps left leg goes up, chin stand. Use your glute to do so. Gradually back again towards downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Bring your knee to your nose or forehead. Hold the position. If it's too much, place your back knee down. Swing your left knee to your left upper arm. Back towards the center line. Be precise. Keep your foot as close as you can to your thumb. Adjust your stance. High lunge with your feet. Feet wide. Rise up slowly. You always take a moment to arrive to stabilize. From your anchoring point, take a hold of your right wrist. Stretch up and over, this time towards your left. Feel sensations, gently stretching your morning aways. Nothing forceful, nothing aggressive. Lift your chin a bit more, look forward. Return back towards center. Set your hands back on your mat. Step your right foot forward to the front. Lengthen your crown. Hinge into at your waist, fold. Rise up, breathe in. And become still into your space. Breathe out, bring your hands to heart center. Slowly close your eyes. Gaze back inside yourself like you did in your seat. Keep your hands to heart center, which is a symbol of your mind and heart being married together. Let your soul breathe you. Heart still wide open. Keep allowing source energy to move through you as you. This is the real definition of the word yoga. Feel this field of ease, fullness of non-resistance as you are a host to your spirit. And all that is, instead of being a hostage in your mind. This practice invites you to move from this sacred space. One more breath. Slowly open your eyes. Let's greet this day. Namaskar A. Arms reach up, inhale. Push your feet down, arms sweep up effortlessly. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your waist. Lengthen halfway, plant your palms. You can step or even float to the back of your mat. Plank pose, lower halfway down. Uncurl your toes back into your up dog. Roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Feel the earth below you. Press your hands and your feet evenly into your mat for 1. So to get this equal rebound, this stretch into your body for 2. As you stretch your muscles in your bones, consciously stretch your breath as well for 3. Empty random thoughts you may have into your head, into your mat for 4. Keep feeling from your heart space, your body, your practice for 5. If it feels like you should stay here, this is about a 70% effort rate, or you want to rest, it's great, stay as you are. If you'd like to build a bit more strength, you can walk your feet a little bit forward until your shoulders stack directly on top of your wrist, big toes touch. It's a short dog position. Press your hands down, look in between your thumbs, lift the back of your heart to the sky as you wrap your triceps back. If you want to keep your heart rate elevated, you can bend both of your knees and tap your heels into your butt. Land softly at the back of your mat. Tuck pike position. Repeat to keep your heart rate up. Perhaps a pike position, legs straight. Towards handstand if you can hold the catch. Good. Look forward. Walk, step, or hop to the front of your mat. Lengthen your crown. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Rise up, breathe in. Gaze up. Bring your hands back to heart center. All over again. Arms reach up. These are moving prayers. How slowly can you forward fold? Feel your breath, feel the movement. Become one with them. Lengthen halfway, so your hands step or float back. If you're a handstander, you can pop it up right away. You can revisit a familiar pose. At your own rhythm, back bend and gradually back towards downward facing dog. If you feel like your arms are getting a little fatigued, you're welcome to take a child's pose like we explored earlier, or even sit down. You can sit down Japanese style or cross-legged. Take a moment to feel which resting pose is suitable in this moment. Deepen your breath. Return back to stretching your breath. The blueprint of your practice will never change. The deeper your breath is, the more you can neutralize things back in order. If you feel a little frantic, you're not rested, stay here. Pay attention. If you feel peaceful, you want to build some strength, re-shorten your dog. Shorten your wrist, wrap your triceps back, look in between your thumbs. You can definitely take a few playful hops again. Tuck pike position. If you can hold your tuck pike, slow press towards handstand. All the way up. Good. Handstanders, bring your shoulders beyond your fingertips. Slowly feet back to the front of your mat. Dog pose, look forward. Walk, step, or hop back to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Hinge in 2. Rise up, push your feet down, arms sweep up. Gaze up, lean back, arch your back. Rebring your hands back to heart center. The last one is fully on your own. Arms reach up, take it from here. Slow down your breath. Slow down the movement. There's effort, but there's a lot of easefulness. Any vinyasa of your choice, modify, intensify, but feel the moment. And before we build strength or we get playful, pause for 5 full deep breaths. Slow your breath down right away to allow your mind to catch up in stillness. To re-come back into your heart space and feel again. Feel your breath. Feel the calmness come back into your being. The invitation is always to move from this calm state. If you're not feeling that, it's okay to stay here longer. Or, of course, you can re-shorten your dog. Or retake flight. Powerful arms, land softly if you're floating. The key handstander, the shoulders beyond fingertips, press your finger pads down, a lot of push, slowly feet back towards your wrist. Dog pose, look forward. Walk, step, or hop back to the front. Ardha Uttanasana. Fold Uttanasana. Rise back up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Place your hands on both of your hips. And take a wide stance. Heels directly below your hip points, feet parallel to each other. Press all four corners of your left foot down, engage left leg. Lift your right knee up, keep it bent at a 90-degree angle. Stabilize for a second, even point your tailbone even more to your left heel to truly stabilize. Place either your right hand onto your right knee or take a hold of your big toe with your peace finger or the side of your foot if you prefer. If you do, slowly extend your right leg towards straight or straight-ish until you start to feel your hamstring light up. Once you do, pause. Your bent knee is okay. Retract your arm bone back in the socket. Inhale if you have a hold of your foot. Always slowly. Exhale, open up your leg, your foot or your knee towards your right. Once you start to feel off-center, pause. Refirm your left leg. And even scoot your right hip down towards left heel to further stabilize. If you're still steady, at ease, you can extend your left arm by your side. If you want to test your balance, look towards your left. If you really want to test your balance, you can look up towards the ceiling. Stay very soft into your breath. Good on. Take a breath in. With control, exhale, come back towards center. Replace your left hand back onto left hip and already so. Release a hold of your right leg. Bend your left knee, position your right ankle directly on top of your left knee, and sit into a half chair as you bend your left knee. Both hands to hips. Bring your right shin bone more or less parallel to your mat as you flex your right foot to protect your right knee. If you don't feel much, take your butt back a little bit more. If you'd like to test your balance, you can bring your hands to heart center. If you still want a bit more sensation, always slowly, you can reach both arms in front of you. Stretch, inhale, upper arms in with the easy if you can. And exhale, melt your heart a bit more forward towards your right shin bone. Feel sensation, feel your right hip. Stay steady into your space. Re-bring your hands back to your hips and already so. Press into your left foot, extend your left leg to straight. Stand up, release your ankle from your knee. Place your foot to the earth, right side. Anchor it down right away, engage your right leg. Lift your left knee up, straight into your second set. Arrive though, take a moment to feel your stability. There's no hurry. It's the mind that wants to move fast. Be patient. Once you're steady, place your hand onto your knee or reach for your foot. Extend your leg towards straight or straight-ish until you meet resistance. Take a breath in. Take your time. Open up your leg towards your left. There's nowhere to go but to feel sensation. Once you meet that pause, re-engage into your right leg. Of course, when you're ready, your right arm can extend by your side. 70% effort rate so you can stay soft and the beauty can emanate from deep within. Expand a bit more away from center as you press your right heel. Press your left foot away as you pull. Full expression. Take a breath in. Back towards center slowly. Release a hold of your leg. Bend your right knee. Position left ankle on top of your right knee. Ekapada Agni Stambhasana. Sit low into your half chair as you place your hands onto your hips. Arrive for a moment. Feel your left hip this time. This is the body part that's going to speak to you. You don't feel much, but back a bit more. Take it as far as you want to. Hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer pose. You can stretch your arms forward, upper arms, and out the ears like Urdhva Hastasana arms. Melt your heart a bit more as you stick your butt back. Keep engaged in your left foot though. Breath stays deep. Replace your hands back onto your hips. Rise up as you press your right foot down. Release your left foot back to the earth, mountain pose. And clear some energy out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Let that go. A standing balancing pose is demanding as it is, especially when you put two together. Let that go. Soften back into your shoulder as you push your feet, stand a bit taller. Return back to breathing deeply from your heart space. more breath. If your eyes are closed, open your eyes slowly. Big toes unite. Sit low chair pose. Bring your fingertips to the earth. This is the depth of your chair. Maintain this depth. Bring both upper arms in line with the ears. Hold the position. Look at your knees for a second. Ensure you can see your toes peeking below your knees. Get a bit more into your heels. Keep a little belly in to support your upper and lower body again. Bring upper arms a bit more in line with your ears. Frame, fingers bright. Arch your back a bit more. Open up into your chest, the back bend. Good. Look past the bridge of your nose. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Set yourself up for crow pose. Come hang onto your toes. Place your palms to your mat as wide as your shoulders. Knees wide. Place your knees to the back of your upper arms. Once you do so, lift the back of your heart to the sky. Think active cat pose. Lean forward until your elbows stack over your wrist. This is the shape of the form. Press your finger pads even more. Activate your forearms. Eventually, the full form takes place. 1 or 2 feet can start to lift as you flex your knees. Good. Look forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, step or flow back into your vinyasa at your own pace. Full breath per movement. Or you can walk back to down dog and skip on the vinyasas. Feel warm or save energy. You want to save energy. Forget about transitioning through the vinyasas. Slow down your breath. Notice if your mind is trying to take you somewhere else. Still your mind through the power of your breath. If you need to rest a bit longer, it's all good. If not, let's get back into the movement. Look forward, come onto your toes, bend your knees. Walk, step, or hop back to the front of your mat. Stretch your spine forward. Hinge at your waist, forward fold. Big toes touch, inner knees unite. Back into chair pose. Breathe in, upper arms back in line with the ears. Re-hold the position. Second time around, bring your hands to heart center into prayer pose. And rotate towards your right. Cross your upper left arm past your right thigh. As you do so, have a little peek at your left knee. As you twist, your left knee will roll forward. Get a bit deeper by separating your hands and walk your left armpit a bit further down your right thigh. Give yourself a bit of a manual adjust to get deeper. And from this newfound depth, spread your wings. Run them up, left arm down. Point your right thumb down, bend your right elbow, wrap your arm behind your back into a half bind. Keep drawing your left hip back slightly to knees in one line. A little bit more length into your spine. Take a breath in. Feel this part. Option exhale. Use your upper left arm. Leverage a little bit more. Twist. You can look up without straining your neck. How is the quality of your breath? The twist is secondary. Make sure you can still breathe easefully. Bring your hands back to heart center. Stay into your twist. Keep your upper left arm past your right thigh. And bend your knees even more deeply. Place your hands on your mat to face the right long edge side of your mat for a side crow pose. Fingers will point towards the right side of your mat. Hands the earth wide of your shoulders. Keep your upper arm past your right thigh. You can place your right hip on top of right elbow. Then bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Relift the back of your heart. This is the shape of the form. Eventually, press your finger pads down. Your feet may start to hover. If you're in flight mode, any variation you wish. It's always the intention before the outcome. Those of you in flight mode, place your feet back to the earth. Good, Mickey. Chair pose twist to your right, the same previous pose. Hands to heart center. Face the right side wall. Take a breath in. Untwist, look forward, stay into your chair, hands still heart center. Breathe in. Rotate this time towards the left, breathe out. Watch your right knee this time. Separate your hands, can you slide your armpit a bit closer past your left thigh? Then stretch your arms up and down again. Left arm goes up, right arm goes down. Same as before, right knee back a bit more. Wrap your left arm back behind you. Place the top of your hand towards your outer right hip. A little bit more extension into your spine. Inhale. Right hip draws back. Lengthen. Feel this part. If you take it further, feel. It's 70% efforts. You are still soft at ease without letting your mind force its way into your pose. Bring your hands back to heart center. Squat low again. Stay into your twist up. Hands to the earth to face the left long edge side of your mat. Fingers point this time towards left side wall. Hands wide of your shoulders. Remember, it's Important that you keep your upper arm past your left thigh. Bend your elbows at a 90-degree angle. Round your back, navel is in. Eventually your feet may start to hover as you find a tipping point. If you are not grounded, replace your feet back to the earth. Return back to the previous pose, chair pose twist, to your left hands to heart center. Breathe in. Breathe out, untwist. Bring both upper arms in line with the ears. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway, plant your palms. Either walk back or dog pose of energy or any vinyasa of your choice. You can revisit familiar poses, crow pose or a handstand, or avoid unnecessary movement if it feels like a little too much right now. For good measure, inhale through your nose, out of your mouth. Chair poses will build some heat. Clear the energy out consciously. Reset everything back in order through your breath. It's always okay to rest more if you want to. If you have a jumping through your seat practice though, look past your fingertips, dog pose. Come onto your toes, belly, knees, powerful arms and core. Flow through halfway through. Or place your knees on your mat. You sit onto a hip. Bring your legs forward. Recline onto your back. As you do, bring your feet up to the sky. Stack your feet above your hips. Big toes touch. Press your big toes away towards the sky to engage your legs a bit more. Low belly is in, core is active. Keep a little back on your mat. Lift your chest up, inhale. And reach your hands forward to the front of your mat. Arms on either side of your front leg. Good. Keep lifting your chest up. Keep a little back on your mat as well. Lower legs down until you can hover your heels a couple inches off the earth into a low bow pose variation here. Low back on your mat. Low belly is in. Reach your hands forward. Look past over your toes. Inhale, bend your knees. Touch your heels with your hands. As you exhale, extend your legs back to straight. Hover and reach your arms by your side into a T shape. Your hands in line with your shoulders in this crucifix pose. Inhale, bend back into your knees. Reach for your heel with your hands. Exhale, legs back to straight. Hover your heels, arms by your side again. Crucifix. Breathe in. Touch your heels. Breathe out. Stretch everything from center. Keep lifting your chest up though. 3. We go for 5. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Bend your knees. Touch your heels. Expand out. Keep legs as they are. Reach your hands back to the front. If it's too much, low bow pose, grab your thighs or keep stretching your hands forward. If you want a bit more, this is very demanding. Your low back stays connected to the earth. Bring your upper arms in line with your ears and stretch your hands away from your feet. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, grab your hamstrings, rock and roll 3 times up and down your back. After your third rock and roll, either roll over ankles and knees, step back to dog pose, or step back to plank pose, cycle through, or pick up and flow through. Take an extra breath into up dog if you take your vinyasa to stretch your abs out. Good. Meet back into downward facing dog. I'm going to cue slowly here for my new friends, but if you are proficient, you come to class regularly and you understand your switch kicks, you're welcome to do so right away. Step your left foot in the middle of your mat, so it's not too far forward. Keep a deep bend into your left knee. Bring your shoulders over your wrist. Make sure your palms are glued. Wrap your triceps back. Then lift your right leg up to the sky. Look in between your thumbs. Right leg strong and straight. The easy way is simply step your right foot down next to your left. Left leg goes up. Switch your stance to Gurana method, or hop with your right, land with your left to keep your heart rate up. Do that 2 more times, or hold your handstand, some of you, but land softly if you do. Step your right foot forward. Left foot back, hands stay low. Look at your foundation on your back toes. And rise up slowly. Press into your front foot to control the ascension. Fingers bright reaching upwards. Exhale, dive right back down. Place your left hand on your mat. Your palm is glued an inch above your left shoulder. Place a hold out at edge of your left foot down for stage 1 side plank pose. Spin your left bicep forward to engage into your arm. Press right foot down, hips up, right arm up. If you feel this is too easy, you can stack your foot on top of your left or hover your leg into the air like a star. If you feel warm enough, like in Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, take a hold of your foot, extend your leg towards straight, but without forcing. Once you feel tension, pause, keep spinning your left bicep forward. Take a breath in. 2 options. Exhale, step your right foot back behind your left leg. Wild thing is the back bend. If it's too demanding, just place your right foot back in front of you, stage 1 side plank pose as a modification. Wild thing, your left leg is the same. Press your left outside of your back foot down. Spin left bicep forward wherever you are. Arch your back, inhale. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Right hand down, right leg goes up to the sky. If you must vinyasa, do so because it feels right. If not, place your foot back on your mat and take a dog pose or a child's pose or sit down or kneel. This moment is very important to neutralize everything back in order before we carry back on. Child's pose, get as heavy as you possibly can. Dog pose, make sure you are indeed allowing your body to rest. Bring a little bit more depth into your breath. Consciously self-recalibrate. If you feel peaceful, good to go, let's get back into our movement. Step your right foot in the middle of your mat. Palms stay glued. Wrist below your shoulders. Lift your left leg up. Powerful arms up, your triceps back again, engage. We don't have to hop. It's either left foot next to your right leg goes up. Switch your stance to ground method or hop with your standing line with your floating. Switch kick in midair. Good. Step your left foot forward. Right leg will go back. Hands stay low. Look at your feet again for a moment. And then collectively, one group together, rise up slowly, but take your whole intake of breath to rise up. Marry your breath with the movement. Exhale, hinge at your waist, dive down, plant your right palm on your mat an inch above your shoulder for more foundational support. Really important, you externally rotate right bicep forward, and then take it from here. Place a hot knife, edge your back foot down this time. Doesn't matter if you keep your right foot in front, stack, hover, or reach for your foot extend. Hips stay up as you root your left or right big toe into the earth. How slowly can you step your left foot back behind you if you take it to wild thing? Press your left big toe mount as you press your knife edge right foot. Wherever you are, keep rotating your right bicep forward. Take a breath in. Exhale back to your 3-legged dog. Must you vinyasa, feel the moment. Meet back into downward facing dog. We're going to breathe at the front of your mat. Look forward. Walk, step, or hop back to the front. Ardha Uttanasana. Hinge Uttanasana. Ascend up. Urdhva Hastasana. Become still. Bring your hands to heart, Samasthiti if you prefer. Place your arms by your side. Tadasana. Try to be still. When things get demanding, your mind will tend to be reactive. It's going to want to make you move. It's going to distract you. Avoid fidgeting. Avoid taking unnecessary movements. Use your mind. It works for you to deepen your breath. The deeper your breath is, the more still you'll become. In that stillness, feel again who you are, the real you. Your soul, your essence. Allow Source to move through you as well. Reconnect back to this feel of non-resistance. Life gets demanding. When it does, this is a practice. Take a moment to recenter consciously. One more breath. If your eyes are close. Open your eyes slowly. Arms reach up, inhale. Option to Vinyasa, it's always an option. At your own pace. If it feels too demanding, walk back to dog pose without letting your mind compare what you do to others. Stay in your heart space and feel the moment. Be authentic, be true to yourself. There's no one to impress, there's nothing to prove. But like we practiced, step your left foot into the middle of your mat, palms stay glued, wrist below your shoulders, sweep your right leg up to the sky, a lot of push. Switch your stance 3 times, whether you decide to fly or not is up to you. If you're hopping, it's because you're looking to keep your heart rate up. Re-step your right foot forward, left foot back, hands stay low again. Look at your feet, on your back toes, feet as wide as your hips. Rise up slowly, being aware of the transition. Arrive into your space. Look here for you guys, make sure your feet are as wide as your hips so you can be extra stable. Come a little higher on your left toes. Left heel above your left toes. Charge your back a bit more to straight as you draw your right hip back, hip square. This is your foundation. Stay strong, engaged. Maintain this. Bend your right elbow. Place your right hand by your right hip, palm face up, elbow bent at a 90-degree angle. Bend your left elbow. Left hand goes forward, but elbow is bent. Small little curl into your fingers. This is called Abhaya Mudra. If you go to the east, you'll see statues of Buddha with this gesture. It is the gesture, the mudra of fearlessness. The mind by itself, it likes to worry about things, to feel anxious. It likes to stress out about things. And this mudra is here to dispel any kind of fear-based emotions. It invites peace and divine protection in your being. Bring your hands to heart center, prayer pose, Anjali Mudra. Core active, navel in. Take a breath in. Think warrior 3. Exhale, shift your weight forward. Step into your right foot, extend your right leg to straight. Left leg, torso becomes parallel to your mat. If it's a little too much, you can place your hands to your hips or even place your hands on your mat. Stabilize, you keep pressing your right foot down, engage right leg. Left leg a little higher, you guys. Yes. Left hip down a little bit more. If you want a bit more intensity, bring your arms up forward to the front of your mat, upper arms in line with your ears. Place your hands back onto your hips. Take a breath in. Small bend into your right knee. Rise up to stand. Right away, cross your left ankle on top of your right knee. Sit back into your half chair. Bend your right knee until your shin bone is parallel to the front of your mat. We're going to hold a pose here. This is it. Stay. 70% effort rate. Hands may come back to heart center. Arms may stretch back forward. You can bring your chest a bit more towards your shin bone. If you're still breathing easily, option this time. Bend your right knee so much you can place your palms on your mat. If you're still at ease, palms down as wide as your shoulders. Hook your left foot to your upper right arm. Dig your left knee into your upper left arm. Lean 4 elbows over wrist, lift the back of your heart. Like you would in crow pose, press your finger pads down, flex your right knee, right foot gets light. Some of you use your glute, lift your right leg up, flying pigeon pose. Good. Those of you in flight mode, place your foot back to the earth. Place your hands onto your hips, rise up slowly, press into your right foot. Place your left foot down, feet as wide as your hips, and hinge forward at your waist. We'll take a breather in a forward fold. Feet as wide as hips, parallel to each other. Lift your right toes up, slide your right palm underneath your right foot. Bend your knees deeply in order to place your toes towards your wrist crease. And do the same thing with your left side. Left toes up, both palms underneath both feet. Step a bit more into your toes. Lengthen your crown forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge a bit more, elbows wide. Allow this forward fold, though, to cool you down on a physical and mental level. So avoid using your mind to force into the depth. Soften. It's a little bit of a valley before we start to ascend more peaks. So use this pose here to slow everything down, particularly your breath. Good. Release your palms from below your feet. Place your right hand to your right hip. Take a hold of your big toe with your peace finger, left side, or the side of your foot with your left hand. Small bend into your right knee. Core is active, rise up. Press your right foot down, rise up with your left foot in your hand. If it's not happening, release the hold of your foot, it's okay. Do it like I'm doing. I'm doing the easy way. Rise up. Place your left hand onto your left knee, which is fine. Or retake a hold of your foot. Extend. You're going to switch your grip. Place your right hand on the outside of your left foot or your knee, which is much easier. And place your left hand onto your left hip. Good. Press your right heel down, stand a bit taller. Take a breath in, navel in. Option, twist it a little bit more towards your left. Nice and slow. This is secondary. Stabilize continuously. You can extend left arm by your side, look sideways or past your left shoulder, left fingertips. The revolve variation. Take a breath and listen carefully. Exhale, untwist. Place left hand back onto left hip. Release the hold of your left leg. Dive all the way down. Small bend into right knee. Keep your leg active, core active. Half moon pose. How slowly can you place your right hand underneath your right shoulder? Stabilize for a second. Stack as much as you can your left hip on top of your right. Get a bit more stacking action. Good. Left arm may extend up, but make sure you can see your left toes with your right eye. Two ways to test your balance. You can look up or keep looking down. Keep your core and right leg so active. Allow your right hand to get light. Bend your right elbow. Bring your right hand to heart center, half prayer pose. Stay steady into your breath. Good, awesome. Replace slowly your right hand back to earth if not already so. Then your left. You can bend your knee, right knee here if you need to do so. Palms to the earth. If you're playful, regular L-shaped hops towards handstand or Vinyasa right away. Want to come up? Big hop. Handstand. Or go back and rest right away. Good. Push, push, push. Look in between your thumbs. Yeah, there we go. One more breath. Good. Nice, good. Down dog or child's pose or kneel. Take this time to focus on your breath. If you're holding on to something unconsciously, let that go. Soften back into your breath. Long, deep inhales. Long, deep exhales. Always feel the moment. If your body says, this is good, I need to rest it a little bit more, stay true to yourself. Lead this practice from your heart space. There's no one to impress. If you feel peaceful, calm, serene, back into downward facing dog. It's going to be exactly the same thing. Re-step your left foot back into the middle of your mat. Bring your shoulders over your wrists. Sweep your right leg up to the sky. Take a few playful hops. All the way up. Big, big hop. Okay. Push, push, push. Toes up to the sky. Squeeze in, squeeze in. Good. Step your right foot forward. Left leg to the back of your mat. High lunge with your feet again. Hands stay low. And together, one group, rise up. Little peek again at your feet. So it's the same leg. Right leg is forward on your left toes. Feet as wide as your hips. Be stable. Charge your back leg to straight even more and draw your right hip back. Exactly like we did before. Second time around, bring your hands to heart center. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate towards your right. Cross your upper arm past your right thigh. If you feel unstable, you can place your left knee down. If not, keep charging your back leg a little bit more to straight. You can separate your hands again and get a bit deeper. Think armpit towards your right thigh. Then from here, spread your wings. Right arm up, left arm down. Wrap your right arm back behind you. If the full body is calling your name, do so because your body invites you to do so, not because you're trying to force your way there. Lengthen through your crown, take a breath, and press your left heel back if your leg is extended. Exhale, twist a little bit more towards your right. You may look up and stay very soft into your breath. Bring your hands back to heart center. Push into your front foot, left heel down, warrior two. And we're just here for transition. Take a breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth, hands on your mat. Good. Hands to the earth, below your shoulders, on your back toe. Step your left foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift, forward fold. Heels below hip points, feet parallel to each other. Place your right hand onto your right hip. Take again a hold of your left big toe with your left peace fingers. Small bend into your right knee. Rise up. If it's too demanding, like we did before, just rise up. Left leg up to the sky. Good. If it's too much, hand onto knee. Take a breath in. The regular variation. Open up your leg to your left. Been there before. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Second time around, more stability. Keep firming your right leg. Doesn't matter how deep you go. Expand a bit more, but from the inside out, stay soft so your leg can radiate. If you force too much, you'll just stiffen. Good. Breathe in. With control, back towards center, right hand to right hip. Release the whole of your left leg. Place your ankle back on top of your right knee. Bend back into your right knee. Half our log position. Hands to hips. Yeah, like so. Yeah, so it's your ankle on top of your right knee. Okay, not your calf, ankle. If you want to take it further, so place your ankle right here. Ankle, like so, yeah. Hands to heart center. Listen carefully. If you want to take it further, take a breath in. Second time around, exhale, slowly twist towards your right, like you did in your crescent twist. If it's not happening, pause. Now, find that space where you can breathe easefully because we're going to hold. If your elbow touches your foot, you feel like you can go a little bit deeper, separate your hands and slide your triceps to the sole of your left foot, and either hands back to heart or spread your wings twist a bit more. If you're playful, you can bend your right knee, plant your palms to the earth like you would in side crow pose. Bend your elbows at a 90, lean forward. Keep pressing that foot into your left upper arm and allow your right foot to get light. Yeah, good, Liana, good. Extend your right leg to straight, towards me, Liana, towards me. Yeah, there we go, yeah. Arm balancers, foot back to mat. If you are still into your twist, untwist hands to hips. Press into your right foot, rise up. Place your left foot to the earth. Become still into your space right away. For good measure, inhale through your nose. Out of your mouth, let that go. Let's come back to your breath. Eyes closed unless you feel dizzy. Notice if your mind is replaying what just transpired, holding on to the past, or perhaps anticipating about what is to come. The mind tends to be anxious, likes to worry and stress about things. Get out of your head. You'll be stuck in your head all day long. Come back in your heart space. Is there something in life right now that you feel frightened about? It is normal to feel scared. It is human nature. A lot of times, whatever we feel, the fear in our mind, will never really actualize. It's simply a projection. Come back into your heart space. Feel the tranquility of the present moment. Let Source move through you as you. This is the invitation of this practice to connect to something much more powerful than your mind. To move from this space, let it be your guide. One more breath. If your eyes are closed, open your eyes slowly. Arms reach up, inhale. The big question is, must you vinyasa at your own pace? It's okay to walk back to dog pose. Feel from your heart space. Your body knows, your heart knows. Good. This time, step your right foot in the middle of your mat. It's not too far forward. Remember, your palms are glued, deep bend into your right knee, shoulders over wrist, look in between your thumbs, sweep your left leg up to the sky. Switch your stance 3 times. We do not have to hop. Step your left foot forward. Right leg will go back. Look at your feet. Hands stay low. High lunge with your feet. And rise up slowly. Even these easier transition is a move in itself, a pose in itself. Arrive. Once you feel steady, same as before. Get a longer back leg if you need to do so to truly stack your right heel on top of your right toes. Bring more life into your back leg. Lift the back of your knee up to the sky. Then draw left to back a bit more. Hips stay squared. Stay grounded. Bend your left elbow. Place your left hand by your left hip. Elbow bend 90-degree angle. Then place your right hand in front of you. Level at your heart. Right elbow is also bent. Small little curls in your fingers. Back to Abhaya Mudra. The ground of fearlessness is fear itself. The idea is to cultivate fearlessness. What scares you? Do you feel stuck somewhere? Is this fear paralyzing you in order to move or break free away from something? Perhaps it's also paralyzing you from moving towards a dream or an ambition. If you feel frightened about anything, can you look at your fear in the eye and even smile at it to dissipate this energy towards love? It has no control over you as you connect to your heart space. Bring your hands to heart center, core active, take a breath in. How slowly exhale, can you shift your weight forward? Virabhadrasana 3, Warrior 3. Stepping to left foot, use your glute, right side to levitate. If it's too much, take a moment here to stabilize. Hands to mat or hands to hips. If it helps you stay a bit more stable, small bend into left knee, but press your right heel back a bit more. Lengthen through your crown. If it's on the first set, reach your arms forward. Energize all the way through your fingertips. Place your hands back onto your hips, small bend into left knee. Rise up slowly with control. Bend your left knee as you stack your right ankle on top of your left knee. Sit into your half chair, half fire log. Eka Pada Agni Stambhasana. Flex your left foot. Remember, we hold the pose a bit here. So this is your edge stay. Or take the cues that resonate. Hands to heart. Arms reach forward. Melt a bit more. Once you feel tension, pause. If it's too easy, bend your left knee. You gotta bend your knee deeply in order to place your palms down. If you're still at ease, make sure your hands are wide of your shoulders. To fly, you have to hook. You want to pull your right foot towards your upper left arm and dig your knee into your upper right arm. And from here, shift your weight forward, flex left knee, left foot gets light, use your glute, fly. Good or dead. Good. Foot back to mat if not already so. Hands onto hips. Rise up, release your ankle from your right knee. Right foot down, feet as wide as your hips. Forward fold. Hinge at your waist. Second time around, take a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Bend if you need to do so. Halfway lift. Forward fold, navel in, elbows wide. Remember, use this forward fold to cool you down. Soften back into your breath. Soften your neck. Allow your head to be heavy. Relax your jaw. Deepen your breath. Secondary is a stretch into the back of your upper legs. Forward fold to cool down. Good. Keep your right hand as it is. Place your left hand onto your left hip. Small bend into your left knee. Rise up slowly. If it's too demanding, release a hold of your foot. Rise up and lift your right knee. Place your hand back onto your knee or reach for your foot. Extend. Once you're steady as you keep firming your left leg, switch your grip. Place your left hand on the outside of your foot or your knee. Stabilize. Keep anchoring your left foot down, putting your tailbone even to your left heel. Stand a bit taller, root to rise. Option, twist slowly to your right. Look anywhere you want to. Sideways, past your shoulder. Extend your arm back behind you. Look past your fingertips. Pavrita Uttita Hasta Padangustasana. Good, nicely done, you guys. Take a breath in. Untwist. Place your right hand onto your right hip. Keep your core active. Release the hold of right leg. Dive all the way down. Slowly set your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Half moon pose, Ardha Chandrasana. A ball can be useful here for a bit more length into your arms. Got it. Charge your left leg. Extend right heel back a bit more, especially from center. Left arm can extend up to the sky if you're still stable. How did you test your balance in the first set? Mimic as well. The heart of variation is look down and allow your left hand to come towards center. Half Anjali Mudra. Slowly place right hand back to earth, Maori So. Then your left, bend your left knee to plant your palms to the earth. You can go straight back to dog pose, Vinyasa. If you did take a few playful L-shaped hops, go for it. Play again. Good. Push, push, push. Good. Push up. There we go. Look in between your hands, your thumbs. Breathe. Deepen your breath. Good. One more breath. One more breath. Yes. Good, good. Nice. Okay. Down dog or child's pose, Maori So. A lot of surrender, you guys. Feel. Your body is always communicating, conversing with you. What is it asking you to do right now? Avoid letting your mind to dictate everything. Your mind makes a terrible master, a great servant. Use your mind to deepen your breath and feel. Make sure to rest. Last breath. With the option to remain. This is challenging. It can be humbling for the ego, but it's okay. If you feel peaceful though, we're back into dog pose. Step your right foot into the middle of your mat. Shoulders over his palms glued, strong arms, left leg goes up. What feels best, switch your stance 3 times. Get the caught back to handstand. Push up. Deepen your breath. Got it. Push, push, push. There we go. Yes. Okay, good. Nice. Bend your left knee, left foot forward to the front of your mat. Right leg extends back. Look at your feet for a second. Make sure your feet are as wide as hips right away. Left leg is forward. Then rise up slowly. Control the ascension. Some of you feet a bit wider so your hips stay squared. Charge your back leg continuously. Bring your hands to heart center. Rotate towards your left. Upper arm past your left thigh. You can separate your hands and get a little bit deeper. Spread your wings if it's too demanding. Right knee down. Wrap your left arm back behind you. Take it as far as you want, but without forcing in. Keep stretching your crown forward. Take a breath in. Up and exhale with a little bit more. Spin your bottom right ribs a bit more skyward. You may look up, but super easeful in your breath. Your number one teacher. Okay. Nice. Hands back to heart center. Press into your front foot, right heel down, warrior 2. But just for transition, look past your left fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale, windmill your hands to the earth. Hands below your shoulders, come onto your back toes. Step your right foot forward to the front of your mat. Ardha Uttanasana. Fold Uttanasana. Feet as wide as your hips, parallel to each other. Really take a hold of your right big toe with your peace finger, left hand to left hip, small bend into your left knee. Gotta press your left foot down, root to rise. If it's too much, rise up, release your foot. And continue, extend. At your own pace, keep your left leg active, open up. Once you meet tension, pause. Feel. The depth is not really important. Left arm by your side, not already so. If you want to take it further, stay soft, allow your light to shine. If you force too much, you'll dim. Good, Anna. Take a breath in. With control. Come back towards center. Moving control and precise. Release a hold of your right leg. Bend your left knee. Last half fire log. Right ankle on top of left knee. Sit low though. Hands to hips. Remember we hold here. So pause. If you're at ease, hands to heart. It's okay to pause here. The cue is if you want to take it further, rotate to your left. It's right elbow to your right elbow to your right foot as you twist your left. It took me a while to have the mobility to do so without forcing in. You can separate your hands and walk your foot a bit higher up your upper right arm. Use leverage twist a bit more. Bend your left knee, palms to the earth, fingers point to the left side wall. Bend your elbows. It's difficult with your sweaty. You can use a towel here. Maxi Kanagasana, take flight. Good. Again, good. Nice. Foot back to earth. Untwist if you're twisted. Hands to hips. Rise up slowly. Quietly place your right foot back to the earth. Arms by your side. Inhale through your nose. Let that go. Release what you're holding on unconsciously. Clear the energy out. And notice if your mind is comparing, holding on to something, uneasy, stressed out. Let that go. Come back into your heart space where you are free and calm. As you do, is there anything in life that is preventing you from moving forward? Are you feeling the energy of fear? Anything you want, everything you want in life is always on the other side of fear. Fear can be a good teacher. It may help you stay safe, but too much of it is not good. Cultivate fearlessness instead. One more breath. Open your eyes slowly if they're closed. Arms sweep up. Last full optional vinyasa at your own pace. It's totally okay to simply fold and walk back to dog pose. If you just walk back, make a nice elegant stride back, or one full breath per movement, any vinyasa of your choice. Place both of your knees on your mat. Stand on your knees. Knees as wide as your hips, like you would on your feet. You can double roll both sides of your mat if you would like to. Keep your toes tucked under. Stand on your knees and place your hands on your low back for camel pose, Ustrasana. So not tabletop, but hands onto your low back. Okay. Hugging your thighs towards each other. Nibble in. Lift your chest up. Inhale, remain high in your heart. Exhale, soften your shoulder blades on your back. You can stay here, especially if this is your edge. If you want a bit more, lean back, place your right hand onto your right heel, then your left. If you feel a pinch into low back, if it's too much, replace your hands on your low back. Those of you with your hands on your heels, if you were to let go, you spring forward. So a lot of lift into your heart as you press your hips forward. Your head can uncurl back slowly without straining though. Okay, take a breath and keep your low belly in. Exhale. Come back towards center. Replace your hands onto your low back. Take any seat. It can be cross-legged or Japanese style. Once you're comfortable, close your eyes. Palms face up on your thighs. Gaze within and focus on your breath. Notice if your heart rate is spiked up a bit. A back bend will tend to do that. Deepen your breath. Regulate. Let's do that one more time. Open your eyes slowly. Back towards your foundation. Stand on your knees. You can place your knees a little bit wider than your hips. You can also untuck your back toes, Altan Tonos Rito. This is going to bring you a bit more into your depth. Hands on your low back. Lift your heart up. Keep your core active. Hug your inner thighs. Soften your shoulders. Take it as far as you want to, but without losing the quality of your breath. Find that space where you can breathe easefully. Avoid letting your mind push in. Breathe in. Breathe out with control. Back towards center. Retake the seat of your choice. Palms face up. Close your eyes. And most likely you'll feel a lot of energy moving into your chest. This is old energy that was stuck in your heart space. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Release that out of your system. 2 more breaths. Open your eyes slowly, downward facing dog. Pigeon prep pose. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bring your right knee a little bit wider than your right wrist. You can place your right heel to your outer left hip or position your shin bone more or less parallel to the front of your mat. Either flex or point your right foot to engage into your ankle to protect your knee. Make sure everything is lined up on the left-hand side, though, you guys. Look at your left shoulder, past left shoulder. Everything is lined up. Forward fold as you square your hips a bit more. Elbows to your mat. Right hip draws back continuously. Release your neck. Allow your head to be heavy. Soften into your spine, into your back. If you feel tension into your right knee, lie on your back and take a figure 4 position instead. You'll get the same benefits minus the weight of your body on your knee. When you're satisfied, there's nothing into your knee. Feel a sensation into your right hip. It's not overwhelming either. The principles remain the same. Bring a bit more depth into your breath. If you feel like your right hip is softening, getting a little too at ease, option, you can walk your elbows a little bit more forward, find a bit more length. Option, melt your heart a little bit more, peel a layer, but without stiffening into your shoulders, into your neck, into your jaw. Take a breath in. Exhale. Slowly ease out. Place your hands below your shoulders. Push the earth away from you. Take your time back towards dog pose. If you're on your back, lie down, stay lying down, and windshield wipers your knees sideways. If you're in dog pose, take a bit of movement, like in your first dog pose, to release your right hip. And switch sides whenever you're ready. Sweep your left leg up to the sky. Make sure your knees a little bit wider than your left wrist. Place your shin bone accordingly to 70% sensation rate. Flex or point your foot. Hinge at your waist once you have everything lined up and squared. If your knee is not happy on this side, lie on your back. Your knee will appreciate this. Allow your head to be heavy as you focus on the dual actions of flexing or pointing your left foot and drawing your left hip back. Head heavy to soften into your spine. Bring a bit more depth into your breath. Continuously stretch your breath out. As much as you can, get out of your head, stay in your heart, keep hosting your spirit. And as you can recall a time in your life when you moved out of fear, when you made a decision based upon fear. What was the outcome of that situation? Probably nothing positive. Get you at ease, walk your elbows a bit more forward. Melt your heart a little bit more without stiffening again into your shoulders, into your neck, into your jaw. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly. Make your way at your own pace towards dog pose or windshield wipers your knees sideways, left to right. make your way towards your seat. The easy way is simply place your knees on your mat and onto a hip legs forward. Once you're comfortably seated, press your hands onto your knees or thighs and close your eyes. And do set a firm seat though, sitting bones root so your crown can lift. Lean back, lift your shoulder blades up and down your back. Honor the true definition of the word yoga by keeping your mind in your heart space as one. Keep allowing source energy to move through you as you. Connect to your true nature. There are two basic motivating forces that dictate all human behavior: is either love or fear. When we are afraid, we tend to pull back from life. But when we are in a state of love, we are open to receive all that life has to offer. And we do so with passion, with purpose, with excitement and acceptance. And your soul wants you to lead a life from this place. To be truthful and authentic to yourself. To do the things that make your heart happy. It can definitely be scary to confront a situation that makes you less than happy, like a job or relationship that is not of service anymore. It can also be equally frightening to build the courage, the fearlessness to walk towards your dreams or ambitions, towards your soul's calling. And this practice invites you to walk away from fear, which is one of the lowest frequencies out there, and instead to gravitate towards the energy of love. Take a few more deep breaths. Allow your soul and life itself to completely breathe you, knowing that whenever your mind takes over, take a second to recenter. On your next inhale, slowly open your eyes. Recline onto your back one more time. Feet to the front of your mat. Head back. Keep your left leg straight. Bend your right knee. Position your right arm into a T shape by your side. And place your left hand on top of your bent right knee. Slide your hips a little bit towards your right. Let your knee fall over to your left. Gently release your low back as you feel nice. Take a breath in. Exhale. Come back towards center. Switch sides. Your right leg is now straight. Bend your left knee. Slide your hips a little bit towards your left. Let your knee fall over to your right. When you feel that sweet spot though, pause. There's no need again to press beyond that. It's not about the depth. Inhale. Exhale back towards center. Realign your hips back into the middle of your mat. Fold your knees into your chest, hands above your knees. Little gentle squeeze, forehead to knees. Take a breath in. Exhale, Shavasana. Get comfortable. Place your limbs wide and narrow. We worked hard. Allow your body to get comfortable so you can truly rest. Walk your shoulder blades up and down your back. Soften every muscle into your body. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. The work is done. Let everything go. A bit more depth back into your breath. As you journey back inside your body, wiggle your fingertips, your toes. Gently reach both of your arms up overhead. Stretch your hands away from your feet. Re-energize your body. Fold the knees into your chest one more time. Roll on to your right hand side, fetal position. Pause here for a moment. Take a few deep breaths. With the help of your hands, slowly make your way back towards your seat. Always make sure you're at ease, comfortable before resting your hands onto your knees or thighs and closing your eyes. Set your firm seat, root to lengthen, lean back, soften your shoulders. Hold your hands to heart center, come full circle on Jali Mudra. And the energy of fear will put you into survival mode. You didn't come here on this planet to survive, but instead to thrive. You came here to achieve your greatest self, to live your purpose, to be authentic to yourself, and to all do this fearlessly. And clearing breath to Om, inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Inhale to Om. Bow head into your heart. And the light within me, but also light within all of you. Have a beautiful weekend. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. This is it, the final stretch. One more Friday to go before I head out. So hopefully see you next week. Any questions, don't be shy. Thank you.